In this video, we're going to continue on with section 2.3, lines. Okay? So in the last video, we ended with describing lines or writing the equation of a line in point-slope form, and that is helpful sometimes, but the more standard and more popular way to write the equation of a line is not in point-slope form, but in something called slope-intercept form. Okay, and it's more useful to us, especially in drawing or graphing a line. So the slope-intercept form looks like this. So an equation of a line with a slope of m and a y-intercept of b is the form y equals mx plus b. Okay, so for instance, if I have the line y equals 3x plus 4, then the slope of that line is 3, and the y-intercept of that line is the point 0, 4. So if you remember the y-intercept, any y-intercept of a function is the point where it crosses the y-axis. So here it would be at this point here, which I'm going to label 0, 4. Okay, so that gives us our point. Okay, so before we had a point and a slope, we could draw a line. Okay, now we have our point, and then we can draw the line given the slope. Okay, so that is slope-intercept form. So find the equation of a line in slope-intercept form from the points 2, 3, and 4, negative 5. Okay, so the first thing that we need to do is find the slope. Okay, is find the slope. So remember or recall from a video or two ago that the slope of a line is y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. Okay, so if we do that, we have 5 minus 3 over negative 4 minus 2. And so what we get is 2 over negative 6, or negative 1/3. Okay, so that's the slope of a line. So negative 1/3 is the slope. So if we're in the bottom right-hand corner, I'll put our what we're hoping for, the slope-intercept form. Slope-intercept form. We're going to have y equals negative 1/3 x, and then we need to figure out what that y-intercept is. But what we have now that we have a slope is we can make the equation of a line in in point-slope form, because we have not just one, we have 2 points and a slope. So we can use any of them. Let's use 2, 3 to put the equation in point-slope form. And so if you'll remember, point-slope form is y minus y1 is equal to m times x minus x1. Okay, and so we'll call this 2, 3 point x1, y1. Okay, and so we have y minus 3 is equal to negative 1/3 x minus 2. Okay, and so now we just need to change this into slope-intercept form that we see down here. So to do that, we want y alone on the left and then everything else on the right. So to do that, we're going to add 3 here. So we get y equals negative 1/3 times the quantity x minus 2 plus 3. So what we need to do is distribute the negative 1/3. Y equals negative 1/3 x plus 2/3. 2 times a third is 2/3, and then we have minus and minus, minus and minus. Okay, that makes a plus, plus 3. Okay, and I can change that 3 into something over 3, so I have a common denominator, and then I have 9/3. Okay, 3 is 9/3. So when I add 2/3 and 9/3 together, I get y equals negative 1/3 x plus 11/3. Okay, and so there is the slope-intercept form of the line. So I need to find the slope and then use point-slope form to then transform into slope-intercept form. Okay, so there's like 3 steps going on here. Okay. So this should say, slope-intercept form above. And this is some practice. I want to find the slope and the y-intercept of the line 2x plus 4y equals 8. Okay. So if I want to find the slope and y-intercept of the line, then I want to put this line over here, which is in what they call standard form. This is called standard form. It has the x's and y's on one side and then the numbers on the other side. Okay. I want to change from standard form to slope-intercept form because it's going to tell me sort of automatically what the slope and y-intercept of the line are. So I want to solve for y, get y alone on the left side, and then everything else on the right. So to do that, I'll start with 2x plus 4y equals 8. Okay. I want to subtract 2x from either side. So I get 4y is equal to negative 2x plus 8. And then I want to divide both sides by 4. And so I get y equals negative 2x plus 8 divided by 4. So when you have multiple things in the numerator and you divide by a number in the denominator, that number goes to both, the division goes to both terms. And so what I have is y equals negative 2 over 4x plus 8 over 4. And we can simplify that to y equals negative 1/2 x plus 2. Okay, so then we hopefully know the slope and the y-intercept of the line. The slope is here. It's the number in front of the x, so the slope is negative 1/2, and the y-intercept is 0, 2. Okay, so there's the slope and the y-intercept. Where did I get those? The general form of a line in slope-intercept form is y equals mx plus b, where m is the slope and b is the y-intercept. Okay. Now I didn't just put 2 there. Okay, I put it in a xy pair form. It's just b here because y is always 0 in a y-intercept. Okay, y is always 0, so that b is really the second half of the y-intercept. Okay, so this is a y-intercept, sort of, here. Okay, so negative 1/2, 0, 2. So here's your turn. You're going to do the same thing. Find the slope and the y-intercept of this line. Okay? So that's the end of this video.